It's Week 14 of the National Football League, where we'll get a look at this team's superstar wide receiver. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards. Buckle up. There's football coming your way, and it's
what
all
better way to start
next.
off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation.
One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go. It's Week 14. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Leading him out, someone we're all very excited to watch. This rookie quarterback from the University of Oklahoma.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Brought in right side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs. It's 4th and 2.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
The vet in his 14th season, still knocking him through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go play action here. Andrews with the catch. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. The home teams and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. To throw it on first down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's across the 35. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chicago first down. They'll try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him from the 46. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. but the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. It's caught Metcalf. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to the Windy City in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at a borderline gimme 3rd down here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. This time it's a passing play. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys take a 4-point lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll run here on first down. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here he is on 3rd and long. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete out to the right. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 36. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the puck, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Has the distance, but headed well left, no good. And this will remain a 4-point game.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. From midfield now. able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to give him the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Pass play now. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And they're going to have a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll stop him after he rolls downhill to the 32. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Trying the right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. But partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds a man right side. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd and 1. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they take him down right along the 30. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
2nd and 10 now. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Taking off with it again. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. A final throw before the break. He just throws this one away. That brings us to halftime. Just a 4-point game thus far. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T.
Teams are back
Scott.
out on the field.
Kate?
Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crowd. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Has it downfield working the left. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. From the red zone now. The back grabs it. And in for the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys drive their lead to 11. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. To throw here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The give here on second. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Handoff now out of the gun. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he'll only get this one up to about the 47. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Chicago first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running it now out of the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Complete out to the right. And they take him down right along the 30. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
They can't blame him for the deficit, He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Here's the handoff. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Another carry for him. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
That one's complete right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. Plowing up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait.
And he will take this in. Touchdown! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys lead by 15 now. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw. He's on the move. The rush gets home, and they stick him. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw now. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Starts his return from the 23. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. He manages 13 on this punt return. And they're going to take over possession. They're set up at the 35 now. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That one gains 7. And that'll be a 1st down. Now give left side. Open space inside the 40. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Running it after the penalty. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Taking a deep shot here. Touchdown! I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys grow the lead now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him on the slant. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They are throwing it again. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it, and he works this to the 38 before going down. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 38. Bails out of the pocket quick. Took off with it again. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. He's gonna throw this one. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're gonna get there and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Throwing off the play fake here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and that gives them the first. Here's a give up the middle, and he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Back-to-back carries here. And they take him down right along the 30. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Looking for a throw here. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give him a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They'll run here following the penalty. Has some space inside the 15. And that is a touchdown. These guys put up even more points in a win. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And these guys grow their lead yet again. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll come out throwing. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are in the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing it again here. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. These guys trying to do some window dressing. 2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26, and that'll give him a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It was a great effort from our winners as we say so long from Chicago.